Hey everybody, how is everybody today? Hello. Oh, there's a few people here already. That's nice. I knew that Simon was going to be here, seeing that he has pressured me into doing this live unboxing. So, hello everybody. Hi Simon. Hey Jilly. Hey Becca. How are you all doing today? Now, um, I think that this is becoming a traditional thing. It seems that every time I'm on YouTube, um, I'm drinking cider. It is the summer, and it is a Sunday evening, so why can't I drink cider? I should be sponsored by this company, I think, because I drink a lot of their cider. Today I'm drinking Nordic berry flavoured cider. Very nice. So, um, I wasn't planning on going live today, or planning on making a video today. Uh, I've been pressured into this by our very own Simon from the Hermit's Cave. Um, I have got a few Oracle decks to unbox, um, and we'll just go through them, see what we think, have a look at some of the cards, and see where we go. Yes, Simon, you. It's your fault that I'm live. So, let me show you the decks that we have to unbox. So, the first deck I've got is the Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild. The next deck I've got is the Moonology Oracle cards, and that is by Yasmin Boland. And the next deck we've got to unbox is the Goddess Power Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. So I bought the Isis Oracle from eBay. I wanted an Egyptian themed deck since I came back from Egypt when I went to Egypt in September, October last year. I have wanted an Egyptian themed Oracle. I also want an Egyptian themed Tarot. So I got that one. And Hay House, so I got the Ice Circle from eBay. Hay House have recently had a sale on their website. So I went on, had a look at what they had, decided on these two oracles, the Moonology and the Goddess Power. So got a sale, got them on sale. And at the checkout, if I signed up to their newsletter, I got an extra £5 off the total price, which more than covered the postage, and knocked a little bit off the price as well. So that was really good. So I bought those two decks as a little treat because I thought they're on my list of decks I have to get anyway. And while they're on sale, it's saving money. Spending money is saving money, right? Please, somebody validate this for me because I felt really bad seeing I'm supposed to be saving to move into my own place. Oh, you had to enlist the deck. You had to enlist the video when you talked about the Goddess Power Oracle. Really? Can I ask why you got grief for it, Simon? What was the issue with it? No, Julie, I have not got the Moonology book. I know there is one. So if it's worth getting, I will buy it. Okay, I'm clearly not up to date with all of the tarot and oracle scandal. I constantly involve. I don't get involved in gossip anyway. And what's the scandal about? Please, somebody update me with what the scandal on a deck is about. Why is there this big issue around this deck? Oh, okay. I see. I see. Okay. So the scandal is around the fact that the publisher and the artist have decided to go with a particular aesthetic in relation to their interpretation of certain gods, certain goddesses, and that doesn't meet the expectations of other people. Is that an accurate summarization of the issues? Okay, that's that's fine. If Colette believes that, then that's her. That's for her. That's her own personal experience. So I don't understand where all the hate and all the grief is coming from. If people don't like what's being produced, they don't have to buy what's being produced. And if people want their decks to be different or to have more of a realistic portrayal of what they think the person or the goddess or the entity should be, then our community is full of creative people. They can generate these decks. We have to remember, this is my personal opinion, and I'm probably going to get grief for it now because I'm wading into this debate. Gods and goddesses, in my personal belief, are avataric representations of facets of a divine energy that we as humans are too stupid to understand. So different aspects of this divine energy personify themselves in different gods and different goddesses in order for us to understand and have a human relationship with them. Now, how that avatar of that trait of this energy interacts with you is a very personal and very in-depth relationship. So how is one person's, because it's one person's image of this god or goddess, it's one person's image, how is that causing so many problems and so much grief? How are we to say that one person's relationship with Kali, for example, is wrong, and one person's image of how they interact with that goddess is wrong? There's thousands of different images of Kali out there. They're not all the same. So why is there so much hate? I don't understand. Or is that just me being me? I like to see the positives in everything. You know, if I don't like something, okay, I've looked at it, I've assessed it, it's not for me, move away. That's yeah, Becca, that is very true. That is very, very true. And a lot of the more dogmatic religions have people and a hierarchy that you have to interact with in order for you to speak directly to God, the goddess, the divine energy. When I don't believe you need them, you know, we all have a personal relationship with this energy, however you want to describe it, and whatever label you want to assign to it. So I don't get why there's so much hate. We'll look at the deck, I'll see what I think, and we'll go from there. Are we all on the same page? How does that sound? Or have I just totally lost loads of subs for having quite a sensible opinion? Oh dear. Simon, if this all blows up in my face, I'm blaming you for this. It's all your fault if this blows up in my face. Right. Let's start with hopefully. Okay. Do you know what? You lot can decide who we're going to unbox first. So we've got the Isis Oracle, the Munarji Oracle, or the controversial Goddess Power Oracle. Which one shall we go with first? I'm ignoring Simon because I know exactly what he's trying to do. So Simon doesn't get a vote, but everyone else can decide what we're going to pick. Simon wants me to open up the Goddess Power Oracle, seeing that we're on the subject. Does anybody agree with him, or does someone want to see something different? Jilly, no, don't be easy, Jilly. Have an opinion. Okay, Becca, thank you for that. So Becca wants the scandal first. Okay, let's go into it. Hello everybody that's coming in. So, for those that have just arrived, we've already got deep, very quickly. Whoops. So, what we're going to open is the Goddess Power Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid. Now, I've got to say, it looks really nice. The box looks beautiful. I like the box. I think it's pretty. Let's just get into it, shall we? Oh, how do I get into this box? Right. So there's a sleeve. So the sleeve comes off. And it's a nice, sturdy box. Why am I knocking it? A great, sturdy box. Pretty triple moon on the back as well. It's by Hay House, so it's going to be good quality. Let's be fair. Right, we're in. Good size book. With loads of information in here. So let's get into the cards. It seems that the cards are what causes all these issues. Great little box. The cards, love it. It's Hay House. It's always going to be good quality. Right, we're in. So this is a 52 card deck. Right, that's off. So that's the back of the cards. The light's not great. Let's see if I can knock that light off. Will that be better? No, makes no difference whatsoever. Never mind. But those are the back of the cards, which I like. Super pretty. So let's go through. Should we just go to Calais first of all, seeing that Simon mentioned that one? Let's have a look. K. So this is a card that Simon mentioned that caused a little of the controversy. So it's an image of Calais, and from what I know about her, yeah, she looks very pretty there, but to me, that really doesn't bother me at all. It's one person's interpretation of how she'd look, and one person's opinion on how she should look. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm going to get hate for this, aren't I? I mean, what does she say? Should we see what she says about her? I want to see what she actually says about her, because there's got to have been more to this than just an image. There really has to be. Let's have a look. I'm always braced, Becca. Always in the brace position for whatever's going to come my way. Right, there's a load of information about her. So let's see what she says about Kali. So you're being invited by the Hindu goddess of liberation and revolution, Kali, to address the aspects in your own shadow nature that have held you hostage to old ideas that no longer serve who you want to become. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to choose my words very, very carefully in relation to this. Does the fact that she's portrayed in this way take away any meaning from the card? Does the fact she's portrayed more pretty take away from what the card is trying to tell you? Personally, I don't think so. I really don't think that it does. And I don't know why there's so much hate. People scream and shout about wanting more inclusive decks, about wanting decks that represent society that we have, the society that we live in. So I don't really. I mean, there's all sorts of goddesses in this deck, and we'll go through them and have a look at them. So we'll start at the beginning. Can people see these cards, or is my light really bad? Oh, hello, Christina. Can people see these, or is the light shocking? Shall I turn down my brightness? Let's have a look if I can turn down my brightness. Turn down the brightness. Let's go. Let me turn it down. Bear with. I'm going to try and turn my screen brightness down. See if this makes any better difference. Is that a bit better? Can people see the cards better? So let's go through them. And let's stop at ones that we like. Oh, okay. That is not a traditional image of Aphrodite. Now, is it? It's definitely not a traditional image of Aphrodite. Did this cause people to rise up and say that she's, diverging from classical images of this goddess? Christina, this is the Goddess Power Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid. However, I like this image of her. She looks super sassy. Super sassy. And let's be fair, love, and the type of love that Aphrodite is supposed to embody, is a bit sassy. It's got a bit of a kick to it and can bite you on the bum. And she looks like a type of goddess that could do that to you. I don't fall out with this. Do you know what, Simon? It's funny that you say that word. People saying it was made more palatable for the market. And that's what we have to remember. These decks are produced to make money. If we live in a free market economy, this publisher produces this deck in order to sell it to make a profit. When we get down to the bare bones, that's why this publisher exists. So if it's been made more palatable for the market, that is a sensible business decision from a major publisher. What can you say about that? Oh no, the publisher is behaving the way that society expects them to. Oh dear. So here we have Athena. There's some of these that I don't have no idea who they are. Like this one, no idea who she is at all. No idea. I still think these cards are really beautiful. They look amazing. They feel amazing. I like these a lot. Yes, they're very pretty cards, but who doesn't want something pretty on their reading table, on their altar? You know, who doesn't want something that is aesthetically pleasing? Um, they are really nice. I'm liking these a lot. I think they're nice. Oh, we have Gaia. And I think it's a relatively traditional image of her. Pregnant lady, full bellied. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Oh, hi, Salky. Welcome. Thank you for popping in. I don't see the problem with this deck, if I'm honest. I really don't see what the issue is. They're very nice cards. The images are beautiful. There's a lot of goddesses in here that I don't know anything about, so it'd be good to read and to work with and connect with. Exactly, Salky, and that's what we were talking about earlier. This is one person's representation of the goddesses in their mind, and who always said that it's wrong. Like I said, you dictate to it because it's not how you see them, and I think that's absolutely fine. Too right, Becca. Too right. Yes, Christina, I am back from France. I am currently living in Manchester, in the north of England, back where all my family live. Currently staying with my brother and his family until I get back on my feet and get myself my own place. So yeah, these cards might be beautiful. The women in them might be made prettier, but we've got a mix of skin tones, mix of cultures, and so it would seem a mix of religions. This is surprising to me. This surprises me, but I don't fall out with it. There are many Mary specific groups within the Christian community, so I don't fall out with it. She represents a particular type of energy, so I don't fall out with the card with Mary being in the deck either. And that's having grown up with a Catholic education and, you know, having a dual spiritual education. I don't fall out with that. Simon, I'm going to keep the name. The name was chosen for a reason, and the reason was a valid reason why I chose the name for my channel, so it's going to stay. It's part of me. It's part of my channel, and it seems right to keep it. Never ever bury the past. Never forget it. Just learn from it. And by having the name, I will learn from my past. So yeah, it's staying. I am like I honestly don't see the issue with this deck. I quite like the cards. I think they're lovely. They will. Do you know what? I have the Dark Goddess Oracle. I know some people said similar things about that. I wonder what would happen if I pair the two, like a dark energy with this. It seems, I don't know. It seems a bit nicer just from looking at the deck. So I don't know. We shall see. But I'm liking them. I think they are really good. I like them. So, Christina, Epine de Ville is a mix of French and English. Epine de is French and Vale is English. Epine translates to thorn, which is a nickname I've had since I was 18. So it means thorn of the Vale. I was born on the 1st of November, just as the veil is, when the veil is thinnest. Between the 31st and the 1st of November, when the veil is thinnest, so that is why that is my name of my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping in, Notifier. I actually like these. I find them very, very interesting. I cannot wait to start working with them. I just need a space to do it, which is unfortunate. But we'll see how much hate I get for having an opinion on this deck and for not having the opinion that the community thinks I should have. That's the problem with opinions. They're a bit like arseholes. Everyone's got one, and some can stink a bit. I like it. I'm happy I bought it. I'm happy it's part of my collection. I'm happy to build a relationship with these cards over time and see what they do with me. And when they no longer serve a purpose for me, I'll put them down. So there we go. 52 beautiful cards. I like them. I like them a lot. I'm happy I bought them. I can't wait to use them. Great deck. Very pretty. Very beautiful deck. Great cards. Great box. Great feel to them. Great book. Great kit. All. So I look forward to reading the book. I look forward to using the cards. But I'm happy that we got there and that I got them. So now that I have courted controversy, we have 2 more decks to go through. We have got the Moonarchy Oracle deck and the Isis Oracle deck. Now, which one shall we go for next? I wondered what you want about then, Simon. I was going to say, you don't have enough hair to have a perm. Becca could try a perm if she wanted to, or anyone else, but you won't be able to have a perm. Moonology. Okay, Christina, you got in first. So this is the Moonology deck. It's by Hay House. The publisher is Hay House. It is by Yasmin Boland, and the artwork is by Nix Rowan. Now, as a witch, I wanted moon-based oracle deck in my collection. For various different reasons, to do readings and also to various different things to use in ritual and things like that. So I had a nosy around what was available and decided to get this one. So again, Hay House, it was a great box, beautiful box. Inside the lid it says, "Let the moon be your guide." So inside, it's got a cute little book which has got 117 pages in this cute little book with all the information in. It's a 44 card deck. So let's have a look at what the deck looks like. So that's the back of the cards. I love it. Absolutely love it. They feel lovely. They're very nice. So just have a quick flick. Okay. So these are what the cards look like. So that's the new moon card. A waxing crescent. First quarter. Gibbous. Full moon. Disseminating moon. Third quarter moon. And the balsamic moon. So we've got in these few cards the stages of that the moon goes through. On the cards, it tells you what the card. It's got a picture of the moon, so like the new moon. It says new moon at the bottom, and it also has the message like a new start is coming. For the balsamic, a time for healing. So those are the different stages of the cycle of the moon. They haven't got. I know you can break it down even further, but the basic cycle that it goes through that everyone's aware of, or if you're not aware of, that you should be. It then goes into the new moon in each astrological house. So let's go through these because these are very nice. So it's then got 12 cards which go through the new moon in Aries. So you've got a picture of a new moon and the astrological symbol or the astrological image underneath. So new moon in Aries, in Taurus, in Gemini, Cancer, in Leo, in Virgo. And if you notice that the colour behind the sign changes, they're nice. Virgo, Scorpio, which is my sun sign, new moon in Sagittarius, new moon in Capricorn, new moon in Aquarius, and new moon in Pisces. So it's got 12 cards for all of the new moons in each of the astrological signs. It then has 12 cards for the full moon in the astrological signs. So let's get these. So it has the full moon, and on the moon it has the astrological symbol. And have you noticed that the colours behind them are the same colours that they had on the new moon cards? So I'll quickly flick through these so you can see them, because they're all a similar design. Again, just the colours change and then the meaning of the card changes. But the colour of Cancer, the blue, is the same on the new moon Cancer card as well. So it's really nice that they tie in that way. I like that they've done that. Right. It then goes on to some different ones. So then I have the new moon eclipse. A full moon eclipse. A waxing moon. A waning moon. Void of course moon. This is the Moonology Oracle deck, Naomi. It's by Hay House. I'm not sure, Christina. We're almost at the end, and we'll see. It has a cardinal moon. A fixed moon. A mutable moon. A supermoon. A blue moon. The south node. And the north node. So it doesn't, Christina, it doesn't have the name of the moon such as Wolf Moon or etc. But from my understanding, it depends on the month that the moon falls in, whether it's a Wolf Moon or a Worm Moon or a Stag Moon. That's my understanding, if I'm right. I like these. I got these for a specific purpose. I bought these because I was looking for an oracle with the moon on for use in ritual and magic and in spellcraft to help harness certain energies and to assist. I like using Oracle and Tarot in my spell workings and my spell craftings to help focus certain things and certain energies and things like that. I find having a visual representation of that encompasses what I'm trying to achieve is useful for me in the spell, in the same way that crystal grids can work and things like that. So that was the Moonology Oracle deck. I like it. I got it for a specific purpose. I watched a few reviews about it before I bought it because I was looking for one, for, like I said, for a particular reason. So I'm glad I've got that. I've not done a reading yet, Simon. So we will see how it reads. But I like it. It's nice and it for me it's for a specific purpose. So I know what I'm going to use it for, even if I don't use it as an oracle. So The final deck we have to unbox is the Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild. So I've wanted an Egyptian-themed Oracle and an Egyptian-themed Tarot since I came back from Egypt. I had an absolutely incredible time in Egypt when I went there last September, October. I got to go to various temples. I went to the Temple of Isis. It was just an absolutely incredible experience. I did a cruise down the Nile on a riverboat, and we stopped off at loads of temples. Temple of Horus, Temple of Isis, the Komombo Temple, Temple of Philae. Oh, just absolutely blew my mind. It was incredible. And since I've come back, I want to. Since I came back, I was planning to move to France, so I didn't get the chance to buy the things I wanted to buy. So I wanted an Egyptian-themed oracle. I also want an Egyptian-themed tarot, but I haven't found one that I want yet. Any suggestions? Drop me a message and let me know, because I will avidly look for. I'm avidly want one next month will be my purchase. I also want books on Egyptian magic, Egyptian mythology, and working with that energy. I think it's amazing. I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the country. I fell in love with the ancient Egyptian culture. So any more stuff like that, I'm so for. So I had to get the Isis Oracle, and I've already opened it and I had to flip through the comics when I first arrived, so I'm really excited. But I promised I would show it on my channel. So it's by Alana Fairchild. I got it off eBay. It's 44 card deck, and it is a 220-page guidebook, and it's produced by Blue Angel Publishing. So, nice sturdy box. Nice book. Tons of information in here about various all cards. So loads, at least 1, 2, oh wow, 1, 2, 3, 4 pages on each card, and there's also an incantation in relation to each card. Oh, there's so much information in here. I haven't had a chance to look at the book yet. I'll flip through the cards. Oh, okay, right. So much information. Oh, this is so cool. Well, already. So, the cards are gloss. So when I first opened it, they were obviously wrapped up and they were very sticky and stuck together. So I gently prized them all open so not to damage them. It took me a little while because I was super nervous about damaging them because they take a fair bit for this oracle. But let's go through the cards and you can see. So the first card is the Lunar Queen. Now they're not numbered, they've just got a name on them. So that's the first card. Oh, sorry, I forgot to show you the backs. That's the back of the card. It's got a scarab on. It's got a scarab on. So it's not different Egyptian gods or goddesses, it seems like. Each card is a specific thing. It's like we have the Temple of Carnelian. See, I don't know enough about Egyptian culture to say what these things are. The images are not realistic, if that makes sense. It's not photorealism. It's The style is quite artistic, there's a particular style to the cards. It's almost like comic book style drawings. You see what I mean? It's like almost like she's a character of a comic book. I know she's not. No, it's the spirit of Isis, but the style that she's drawn in is a very artistic style. I like it. Different photorealism decks. I like these. I like this deck a lot. The images in this deck are just remind me of my trip to Egypt. The images, the colour, it just reminds me of being back in the country, back at the temples, and knowing that thousands and thousands of years ago, where I was stood, other people stood. It's just absolutely mind blowing. I do not have any Egyptian tarot. I need to decide which Egyptian tarot deck to get. I want one of each at the moment. That may change. Um, I haven't watched any videos yet on Egyptian tarot decks. Randomly, this popped up as a suggestion on my eBay a few months ago. I had a quick look at the entry and was like, you know what? I'm going to add it to my wish list. I also added it to my saved items on eBay, and then I purchased it last month, I think. But yeah, before I buy an Egyptian tarot, I do want to research some. However, when I was 13, 14, I remember my grandma having a tarot deck that was Egyptian themed, and I remember looking at it, and it had gold gilding on the face of the cards in certain areas, and I was blown away by it. I was like, wow. I have no idea what it was called, cannot remember. The cards were really nice, and all very Egyptian style. You know, the traditional like, side on the image of the person, it was all really good. I want that. I have no idea what it is, or what it's called, or if it's still available anymore, or where she got it from. She can't remember. She hasn't got it anymore. So I'd love to find that again. I really would. But we're going back, what, 20 years, 20 and a bit years. I really am glad that I bought this, though. It's not just a collection of the Egypt. It's not just various cards. It's not cards from the Egyptian pantheon. It's Egyptian-inspired oracle cards, if that makes sense. It could have just been. They could have quite easily made it a card of, cards relating to the Egyptian pantheon. It would have been like football cards where you've got a picture of each player. They could have done that for each Egyptian god or goddess, but they haven't. It's just Egypt inspired or an ISIS inspired Oracle deck, and I like that. Doesn't mean to say I wouldn't want a deck of Oracle cards that encompass the entire Egyptian pantheon. I wouldn't say no to that either, to be honest. But I like these. These are nice. They're still really sticky, which is unfortunate. I'm going to have to let them. They'll have to be shuffled quite a bit before I can use them, because I can see them getting stuck together, which is always unfortunate. I don't like using cards to do that. I prefer the matte cardstock for shuffling. The shiny sort of what's the word? Glossy cardstock is not my favourite. I prefer it matte. So that is the ISIS Oracle. I like it. I like the fact that it's comic book style almost in the artwork. It's not photorealism like a lot of decks are going at the moment. It's a particular style, and I like that. Yes, I'm a Blue Angel should definitely go to a matte, buttery cardstock. It feels much nicer and it looks beautiful. Matte cardstock is amazing to work with. So that was the 3 Oracle decks that I had to unbox. And that's everything that I had to unbox. Does anybody have any questions? How have I been? I've been really well, thank you. I am currently saving money, or trying to save money, in order to move into my own rented property. So I'm trying to save up for a deposit and those things, and things like that. So yeah, that's happening at the moment. Work's okay. Work is work. It's always busy. When I'm there, I do 12-hour shifts, so I'm out of the house for like 16 hours a day when I'm at work. So it's only my days off that I get to do things. Other than that, yeah, things are good. Things are relatively good. Things are progressing, and life is a new normal is setting itself around my life, which is all that we can wish for, really, I suppose, after the upheaval and stress and upset of the start of the year. Things are starting to get back to how they should be, or how my life is going to be going forward. I have got a few things in the pipeline. In September, I am going to join the Army Cadet Force as an adult instructor. For those of you who are not from the United Kingdom and are not familiar with the Army Cadet Force, in the UK we have cadets, and the cadets are a youth organisation for 13 to 18-year-old boys and girls. It is a military organisation, so they are affiliated to the Army, the Royal Navy, the Royal Marines, or the Royal Air Force. And it is to instill, it's a volunteer organisation, so the kids that want to get involved volunteer, they come along and they pay their membership, they pay like their little fee every time they come. They get given a uniform, they get taught how to wear the uniform, they get taught how to march, they get taught military skills, survival skills, and it's there to instill confidence into our younger generation and the generation that's coming up. And it does encourage some people to join the military. They get to see and experience a little bit of that lifestyle. As an ex-serviceman myself, I think I joined the Cadet Force and it made me want to become a soldier, so I did. And I would recommend it to anyone who wants to try it. I'm not going to say it's for everybody, it's not. But a lot of kids who go through the Cadet Force come to it and come from quite deprived areas generally, and it gives them a bit of stability. It has a major part to play in turning the lives around of some people, some young kids. It teaches them discipline, it teaches them self-respect, it teaches them confidence, it teaches them to rely on their mates and to put trust in their friends. And I think it's a brilliant thing, and I would love to give back to that organisation by becoming an adult instructor and sharing the life experience I've got with young men and women who are growing up. So I was in the army. I was in the intelligence corps. Now I'm volunteering for the Army Cadet Force, and depending on whether do it in Rochdale, where I currently live, or do it in the town that I'm going to be moving to, will depend upon which regiment I'm affiliated to. So Rochdale, I'm affiliated to the Royal Regiment of Fusiliers, and Ashton, where I'm going to be living, is affiliated to the Mercian Regiment. So different regiments, different histories that they have to teach and things like that. So that's still coming in the pipeline. The recruitment evening for that is in October. So a few months ago, they've got summer and they've got their annual camp when they go away for a week or two. So there's all that stuff in the pipeline. I haven't found anywhere in Ashton yet. I'm looking. Ashton, Stalybridge, Hyde area of Manchester is where I want to be. So I haven't found anything yet, but I am looking. And tomorrow is going to be a day of ringing estate agents for all the things I've seen. Yeah, it's just ideal for transport things for me. We're getting to work, ideal for transport things to get into the city. And Stalybridge is in the foothills of the Pennines. So Saddleworth Moor is just up the road, which is a beautiful part of the country. Incredibly rugged, incredibly rough. But it reflects northern people quite well. And a beautiful sunny day is idyllic, but the weather can change like that, and the cloud can come in, and it just darkens. But I think the environment, it reflects that I grew up in that area. I think people are shaped by their environments, and I like to think that the moors are in me. Yes, Snake Pass. And Dovestone Reservoir with the Indian headstone. The stone that looks like the Indian's head. Oh, amazing. You know what? I'm gonna have to do some filming up there one day when it's a good day, or when I can get up there. So that's what's going on at the moment. Obviously, in a couple of days' time, I'm hoping, or in about a week's time, my witch's moon box will hopefully arrive. And this month is so exciting. Right, I'm going to find out what the phrase. I think I remember what it is. I'm going to get you. Stand by, everyone. Bear with me. Right. So, okay. So, in a week's time, I should have my Witch's Moon box. The theme for this month is lunar magic. Okay, this is what it says. So I'm going to tell you what it says for this month. I'm so excited. It's the Witch's Moon, July 2019. The great cycle of the moon is one of the most reliable forms of assistance we use throughout our daily ritual and craft. As we use the waxing and waning forms of the moon to discard and obtain specific energy, we become aligned with the waves of pure power that she provides. In this extremely special collection, we focus on the witch's most potent tools formed from lunar magic. Join us this month of July as we work with beauty and strength under the almighty moon. I cannot wait. That sounds absolutely amazing. So I cannot wait for that box to arrive in about a week's time. So once that arrives, and I'm not at work, I'll be unboxing it. And again, I am trying to avoid social media. I'm trying to avoid seeing anything about it. I managed to do it the last 2 times. I managed to do it. So I cannot wait to do that. I can't wait for the unboxing. So I've been on for an hour now. My live has gone on for an hour. We're totally outsider. That's it, all gone. I've got no more in the house. That's unfortunate. I'm going to get going, but shall we pull a card before I leave for everybody in the room today? What do you think? So, if we're going to pull a card, we're going to pull it from one of the new decks. So, are we going to pull it from the Moonology Oracle deck, the Isis Oracle deck, or the Goddess Power Oracle deck? Which one are we going for? So, you've got 2 votes for Goddess of Power, got 1 vote for Moonology. Is there anyone else who wants to make a plea for any other deck, or are we going to end up with Goddess of Power Oracle? Okay. Clearly, you lot want flame wars in the comments when people watch this and then put their opinions over on this deck. So, we're going to pull a card from the Goddess of Power Oracle, just to see what comes up. Do you know what, Simon? People are allowed to say what they think. I don't have to agree with them, and I don't have to like it. But likewise, I'm allowed to say what I think, and they don't have to agree with me, and they don't have to like what I say. At the end of the day, this is my space. I can do what I want on it. So, we're going to go with the Goddess Power Oracle. So, this is going to be really... I'm going to have to spend ages shuffling these because they're all new. This will hopefully be a message that can help us until we get the moon box next week. This will be the message that will come through for us and hopefully take us up until the point when the moon box arrives and I have an oracle card drawn from me by them and placed into the box. So this will take us through until that point. So I'm trying to shuffle a lot. We just need to know what this week's going to hold for us, what we have to be prepared about, what energy is going to follow us through this week. So I'll pull the card and we'll see what it says for us. Okay. So we're going to go for this one. Right. So, okay. Thank God we did not get Calais. The card we have got is Bridget, and her keywords are creative spark. So, let me get the guidebook and find Bridget, and we'll see what it says about her. So this is Bridget. So the empowerment message for Bridget is: inspiration and imagination are yours to play with right now. You effortlessly connect to your inner creative spark and make meaningful and beautiful experiences for yourself and others. Take advantage of this fruitful time. When you are so in tune, it's like taking a magical trip to the land of the fairy, with all that glitters, where all that glitters really is gold, and your life seems like a grand artistic gesture. The fiery Celtic goddess of creativity calls you to play in the artistry of your life, your work, and your loves. Bridget is whispering her sparkling music deep in your soul. Are you listening? Well, at least we got a nice message out of this deck. A really good message for the week ahead. That will hopefully tide us over until our Witch's Moon box arrives, and I can see what the Oracle card is that they send me in that. So in the Witch's Moon box, they send Oracle cards every month. They pull an Oracle card for you, and it's your personal message, and obviously I'd like to share that with you guys. But what I've been doing, I haven't known what to do with the cards. So I've started using them as bookmarks for my books, because once I keep them close to hand for the month, because for me it's a message for my month from them. Once the month's done, it then goes into a book for a bookmark. So I recently bought this because I want to get back into reading Terry Pratchett. I'm not going to read him in order. I wanted to read Mort first because he's one of my favourites, and also The Witches are my favourites, so I thought I'd bought Mort first. I've not started reading it yet, but the card I got, not last month, the month before, was this one, so I'm using it as a bookmark. So that's what's going to happen with the Oracle cards that they send me once they have not expired. Once the month's gone and that card doesn't have that amount to any month in the new card pull, the card is going to go in here. I've got a lot of cards from them, and there's some amazing decks. Maybe once I'm unpacked and I've got everything out of storage, I will go through all my own moon boxes and pull out all the cards, and we'll have a look at all the different decks that they have used and sent things through to me, and become sure about the stuff I want to buy from. So, on that note, Becca is going to be online, going live within the next 15 minutes. If anyone has no further questions, we will call it a night, and I will hopefully see you all in Becca's live chat. Okay, guys, thank you very much for being here with me this evening. I hope you have a wonderful evening and enjoy the rest of your weekend that is left of it. And we'll see you all at Becca's chat. So speak to you guys, and blessed be. Bye.